So, you're thinking about attending your first anime convention. Well, from one noob to another, let me tell you why you should really consider going to whatever the next anime convention is in your area. Even if you have to take a flight, honestly, do it. I'm going to give you my fully biased opinion on why you have to go to an anime convention. So this past weekend was Anime North 2022 in Toronto. I attended. It was freaking amazing. My first convention ever. And let me just tell you my experience. You can decide for yourself whether or not you want to attend an anime convention. I don't have a really good camera, and I'm not much of a filmer. I kind of like to experience things on my own. So most of the clips from this video are going to be either from friends who went to the con with me, or it's going to be from random YouTube channels. I'm going to put their link in the description, and I'm going to put their names on the screen. So go check them out. Now, if you attend an anime convention for the first time, the first thing you need to know, and I emphasize this more than anything else, get there early. I was in line for 2.5 hours in the hot, blazing sun, and I started thinking to myself, seriously, should I just leave? I paid $60, $70 for this. I'm gonna see my friends that I haven't seen in a little while, and yet still I was thinking, maybe I'll just ditch it. So get there early. Do not let the line ruin your first experience of an anime convention. I'm being serious. It was a pain in the ass. Now, once you get into the convention, and even before you get in, you're gonna notice a lot of people cosplaying. So if you're comfortable with looking at cosplays, if you like cosplays, this is like your dream house. This is heaven for you. At least at Anime North, and I'm sure plenty of other conventions across North America and even the world, cosplays are a dime a dozen among the attendants. I myself even tried to do a cosplay. Mine was probably a 2 out of 10, honestly. It wasn't very good, but it was my first time, so I was a little nervous. But there's plenty of 10 out of 10 cosplays out there. If you're into them, you're gonna love it. And even if you're not into cosplays, it's kind of fun. If you love anime, and I'm guessing that's why you want to go to an anime convention, because you love anime, just like I do. You're just going to appreciate everybody out there sharing their love by dressing up as their favorite characters, and it's just a blast. And you feel like really in your element there. There's nowhere else you can go, and no other point in time where you can just see a bunch of people dressed up as silly looking characters, and it's normal, you know? Moving on from the cosplays, if you're really into voice actors, if you want to see celebrities, depending on the convention, you probably won't get to see too many, popular, famous voice actors. Anime North, I can share a list on the screen, had a couple sort of known ones, but for the most part, it's just a celebration for the fans. Not as much for voice actors to come and get autographs or take pictures or whatnot. But there is still that option. And there's plenty of panels as well if you like listening to random people's opinions on anime, which I personally don't care for. But if that's your thing, you can go check those out, have discussions with people. And some voice actors and probably even some YouTubers will attend and talk on panels and share their opinions on anime, share their work, share their experiences, I guess, in the anime community. Now, the biggest thing, and where I spent most of my time at Anime North, is the merch hall and the artists hall. I think I got those names right. But basically, you just have a ginormous warehouse. We have a bunch of people, vendors selling shit to you. Some of it might be fake, but honestly, it's so fantastic just to see everywhere you turn shit that you love, figures that you love from animes that you love, and it's just heaven. Like every place you look, my eyes got tired, honestly. Every place you look, it's just some beautiful figures. It's just some beautiful, if you like Pokemon cards, there's plenty of that. And the artist hall, there's plenty of beautiful fan art. I bought some myself. I'll put some on the screen of the ones that I bought. These are beautiful. They're fantastic. Sure, most things are a little bit overpriced, but when you consider if you bought them online with shipping and everything, they're really not that overpriced. If you're like me, and I feel like a lot of us are, and you're not that big of a fan of other people and having thousands of people around you constantly, you get used to it, okay? I hate having people all around me all the time, but when you realize that you all love anime, you're all there for the same reason, you kind of get over it. And you're going to find yourself taking your time in these places, in the artist hall and the vendors hall, because there's just so much to see. If you're not that big of a spender, it's still fun to just walk around, enjoy it. If you're there with friends, or if you're there alone, it's just such a blast. Me personally, I went with a couple of friends, but even still, we split up a lot because there's different things we want to see. And even when I was alone, I had such a fantastic time just looking everywhere around me and seeing everything that I could possibly dream of. All the figures, all the art, all the toys, keychains, everything. Everywhere you look, and it is just so beautiful. And I just cannot explain to you how much of a good time I had this weekend. When I finished this weekend, I almost wanted to cry before I went to bed. It was that bittersweet that it was ending. There's just so much to do there. You can game, you can literally sit in like rooms where they just play anime on big screens. And you can watch with other people, you can watch alone. I did that for like an hour. It was kind of a vibe, watching My Hero on a big screen. I never really get to do that. And you just gotta remember, you're going to a place where sure, there are thousands of people, and it can be kind of annoying having to deal with that many people all around you, but when you realize you're all there for the same reason, and you all love anime, you become so much more relaxed, and it just becomes a happy place. So I guess the gist of this video is, if anybody even watched this far, first of all, you're amazing. Second of all, I think you understand what I'm trying to tell you. If you're on the fence about going to an anime convention, just do it. Bite the bullet and go. They're not even that expensive most of the time. I paid $60 or $70 for a weekend pass. For 3 days, more than worth it. There's cosplays, there's figures, there's toys, keychains, merchandise of all kinds. There's art, there's dancing, there's food, there's literally anything you can think of as an anime fan. You have it all in one big or little area. I guess it depends on your convention and where it's being held, but generally in one concentrated area. Do you know how funny and awesome it was just to see a bunch of people dressed up in their favorite anime characters crossing the street and stopping the cars from being able to pass? Something about that was just so wholesome. So let me repeat it one more time. If you're on the fence, bite the bullet, go to the next anime convention near you. You will not regret it, I promise you. Shout out to my friends for going with me. You were amazing. I had such a great time. One of the best weekends of my life, honestly. I'm gonna miss it, but I have Fan Expo to look forward to at the end of August here in Toronto. So I can't wait for that. And with that being said, let me know what you thought of this video and how I can improve, because it's my first time doing an impressions video like this. I just did it off the rip, I winged it. It's probably not very good, but I'll improve for next time. Shout out to Anime North 2022, shout out to the organizers, they did a fantastic job. Like I said, one of the best weekends of my life. Can't wait to come back next year. And this time with a 10 out of 10 cosplay, not a 2 out of 10. So, Chimera Ant Dark Summary should be up this Sunday. I'll do my absolute best to get that video up on Sunday, on time, and not miss another weekend. But I was at Anime North, so you know what? I allow myself this one Sunday to miss it. And with that being said, take it easy. I will catch you on Sunday, hopefully, and peace.